For many men, the inability to maintain a firm erection is something they'd rather avoid talking about. But let's be clear, it affects much more than just your sex life. It impacts your self-esteem, your emotional well-being, and can even put strain on your relationship or marriage. If you're facing this issue, know that you're not alone, and more importantly, it's not a hopeless situation. There are proven, effective methods to restore your performance, rebuild your confidence, and bring back the intimacy that may have slowly faded away. Before we dive deeper, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss future videos filled with tips on men's health, sexual wellness, and emotional intimacy. If this topic resonates with you, give the video a like to help more men discover this vital information. And let's get real, erectile dysfunction isn't just about sex. It's about how you see yourself. The man who once felt confident, assertive, and in control may now avoid intimacy, feel unattractive, and withdraw from his partner. This disconnection often leads to confusion and emotional distance in relationships. Your partner might misread your withdrawal as rejection or a lack of interest. And when there's no communication, misunderstandings grow. But what's heartbreaking is that the issue usually isn't a lack of desire. It's the anxiety, fear of failure, and the overwhelming pressure to perform that becomes a true enemy. The harder you try to ignore the problem, the more powerful it becomes. This vicious cycle can affect other parts of your life too, from how you show up at work to how you connect with others. But it doesn't have to stay this way. To help you take back control, we created a free digital guide titled Rediscovering Intimacy: Healthy Sexuality After 60. Inside, you'll find practical advice to strengthen your relationship, reignite passion, and overcome the emotional and physical barriers that hold you back. The link is in the top pinned comment. Copies are limited, so don't wait. Let's talk science for a moment. The human body works like a finely tuned machine, and even small issues in one area can disrupt the whole system. For an erection to occur, proper blood flow is essential. But as men age, arteries naturally stiffen, restricting circulation. Even minor blockages can result in weaker, shorter-lasting erections. Testosterone, the hormone critical to male desire and performance, also declines with age. This hormonal drop leads to reduced sensitivity, delayed responses to stimulation, and a subtle erosion of sexual confidence, often so gradually that many men don't realize what's happening. Add to that another overlooked factor: the weakening of pelvic floor muscles. These muscles help maintain erection and control ejaculation. But like any other muscle group, they weaken without regular training. And it's not just physical. Your mind plays a massive role. Anxiety is one of the biggest saboteurs of sexual performance. When you're stressed about work, money, your relationship, your brain releases cortisol, a hormone that disrupts blood flow and blocks arousal. Even if your body is healthy, an anxious mind can shut everything down. And once the fear of failure kicks in, it becomes self-fulfilling. You start avoiding sex, intimacy fades, and your partner feels neglected. Meanwhile, your confidence takes another hit. Conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure only make matters worse. Diabetes damages nerves and tiny blood vessels in the penis, reducing sensitivity and blood flow. High blood pressure can harden arteries, making erections harder to maintain. Many medications for these conditions also have sexual side effects. Another hidden culprit? High cholesterol. It silently clogs arteries, blocking blood flow not just to the heart, but also to the penis. In fact, erectile dysfunction is sometimes an early warning sign of heart disease. Sadly, instead of talking about it, many men choose silence. The fear of seeming weak, of disappointing their partner, or even of admitting there's a problem, pushes them into isolation. They make excuses, withdraw, and pretend everything's fine. But silence only breeds more distance. Many women, when finally brought into the conversation, are far more understanding than men expect. In fact, open communication often brings relief, not just for the man, but for the partner who's been confused and possibly blaming herself. That's why talking openly about performance issues can be the first step toward healing. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength, and it's the gateway to closeness, trust, and emotional recovery. Thankfully, modern science offers a variety of solutions. Medications like Viagra and Cialis improve blood flow and are widely used. But remember, They don't create desire. They only enhance your body's response to sexual stimulation. These meds must be used correctly and under medical supervision. For men who can't or don't want to rely on medication, there are natural alternatives. Testosterone replacement therapy can help men with very low hormone levels. Herbs like maca, Tribulus terrestris, and ginseng have shown promising effects on libido and circulation. Even your diet can make a difference. Foods rich in nitric oxide, like watermelon, spinach, and beets, support blood vessel health. Cut back on processed sugars and fats, which can inflame and damage arteries. High-quality proteins, healthy fats, and vitamins like D and B12 all play a role in supporting male vitality. Other options include shockwave therapy, which stimulates new blood vessel growth and improves circulation, and Kegel exercises to strengthen the pelvic floor. Techniques like acupuncture, mindfulness, and deep breathing also help by reducing anxiety and increasing blood flow. And don't overlook your lifestyle. Men who get regular exercise, especially aerobic activities like walking or running, enjoy better circulation and heart health. Strength training boosts testosterone and supports libido. Even something as simple as sleep can impact your sexual function. Deep, restorative sleep is when your body balances critical hormones and repairs itself. When you combine these small, sustainable changes, they create a powerful transformation, not just in the bedroom, but in your entire life. Let me share a quick story. A few months ago, a man named Carlos came into my office. He was anxious, hesitant to talk, and deeply ashamed of what he was going through. His relationship was suffering. He loved his wife, but their intimacy had disappeared. He didn't feel like himself anymore. At first, Carlos thought stress was the cause. Then, when things didn't improve, he started avoiding intimacy altogether. His wife noticed. She tried to connect, but Carlos pulled away, making excuses and shutting down emotionally. Eventually, he found the courage to open up to her. And instead of judgment, he received compassion. Together, they explored treatment options. With a combination of medical support, lifestyle changes, and open communication, Carlos not only regained his sexual function, but restored his marriage. And the same can happen for you. Which of these strategies do you think would have the biggest impact on your life? Let us know in the comments. If this video helped you, leave a like. It helps other men find this content and feel less alone in their journey. We have more videos coming up on natural methods, mental strategies, and relationship tips to improve men's health and happiness. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Your journey to stronger intimacy, greater confidence, and deeper connection starts today.